Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. There are 2 tiers you can join under. The first tier is called the OneLove Fam. The perks you will receive are loyalty badges, custom emojis, and priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks you will receive are loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority replies to comments, and member shoutouts. More perks will be added down the road. Please feel free to hit the join button.
Hello, my lovelies. I hope you guys are doing well on this Wednesday. I have definitely been busy over here. It's been getting harder and harder to put out videos, but I told y'all yesterday I was going to give y'all one today, and here we are. We have a lot to get into. There are a few videos that I wanted to get into that Olivia did on her TikTok, and we're also going to cover a live that Olivia did on YouTube. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this.
It's the versatility for me, honey. Okay, that's why I know my next man is so lucky. You know, one day he'll be fucking with Daycare, the next he'll get Keisha, the next he might get Lori, and maybe Megan the next. You know, like, it's the versatility for me, and I love switching it up. Ladies, you should always love switching it up. Never get boring with the look, you know, because if you're getting boring, your man's definitely been bored, okay? Okay.
I mean, I understand the look that Olivia was trying to go for, but I don't think she really pulled it off with this wig. I know she thinks it's giving, but it makes her look real funny looking. And I don't know if it's the wig. I don't know if it's the fact that she didn't really style it correctly, but it just did not look right on her. I don't know. It made her look kind of funny looking. But, I mean, to each his own, I guess. But like I said, I get the look she was going for. I don't think she just really pulled it off, though.
You know what I don't understand in today's world, today's society, 2025? I don't understand how women think it's bad that men want women to pay half the bills. Like, if y'all live together, y'all sharing a place to live, and you guys are past, you know, having kids, like, say, at my grown-ass age, you know, I'm talking about, I'm 30, so I'm done having kids. I don't want to be put up on maternity leave, nothing like that. But it's like, what is up with these ladies, like, acting like it's a big deal that your man wants you to pay half the bills, at least half the rent? Ladies, in today's economy, cut that brother some slack, okay? I mean, he could pay everything else. Just help that man with the rent, especially if you're working. And why wouldn't you be working unless you're pregnant? Like, I didn't work during my pregnancies, rightfully so. I was a stay-at-home mama. And, you know, I was doing my thing, and when my babies were babies, I was doing the baby thing, of course. But now that our kids are older, I mean, I still have babies, but even mine are in daycare, and blah, 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 but this is not about me. I don't have a man. But I'm just saying, like, I keep seeing, like, these women going down my feed, and they're like, this man wants me to pay half the rent, or a man that wants you to pay half the rent is broke. No, not exactly. It's just times are hard. The economy sucks. And why not help each other? That's a partnership. Like, that's a partnership. I don't care, bad bitch or not. A bad bitch is still helping her man with the bills, still taking some of that weight off of him. You understand? Not like we're paying everything. Bitch, I'm not paying everything. You're gonna pay most of the bills, but nigga, I'ma help you, because that's my job. You feel me? Type shit. I don't know. This way of thinking, and then this economy, and how fucked up these men are, and every single year they get more and more. I'm talking about fucked up here, just with society, and girl, good luck trying to find a good man, okay? That will even try to help you pay the bills, bitch. But I'm just saying, good luck. But in this economy, yeah, I think it's right. Like I said, we're in our 30s now, ladies in our 30s. We're past having babies, most of us. We're not trying to be put up on maternity leave, or we're not trying to stay home with the babies for real. They're going off to school. Bitch, get up and get a job and help that nigga with the rent. I don't see the problem. It doesn't mean they're broke. It just means it's a partnership. That's what a relationship is, a partnership. Am I wrong?
I mean, what gets me with Olivia is she tries so hard to feel as if she's in a position to speak on these type of situations as if, you know, she's not guilty herself, or she's not out here, you know what I'm saying, like doing the most that would make it difficult for anyone to take her seriously. Because first off, for her to say she's 30, Olivia, girl, stop it. You are 35. You are not 30. Then for her to make it seem as if, you know, speaking about when her and Gerard were together and she had her babies, and that was why she wasn't working at the time. Like, Olivia, you have not been working. Like, you act like you're in a position to have this conversation as to say that you have always been the girl in relationships that held down a job and was contributing to bills. That was never your case, Olivia. And if you were able to pay bills, it wasn't because you had a 9 to 5. It was because you was getting money from social media, or it was because you was getting money from the state. But you're really trying to make it seem like you're out here holding a job down, and that's why you're having this conversation. It's just very hard to take Olivia seriously because she finds trending conversations that's going on over on TikTok, and she tries to get on her channel and act as if she has some type of insight and some type of, you know, advice to offer, or just a conversation in general to offer. And it just does not make sense because she's always trying to down men. She's always trying to make it seem like men are the ones who are messed up and how hard it is to find a decent man out here. But Olivia, the same conversation can be had about women. A lot of men can say the same thing about you, or just about women in general. How hard it is to find a good woman out here, and how there are a lot of messed up, mentally, you know, type women out here. So it's like, for her to always try to make it seem like there is nothing wrong with her, you know, everything is copacetic over there. But she's the one who has all the issues. Like, I'm not saying these guys that she's been hooking up with ain't got problems, but it's like, it's not just them alone, it's her too. And it's just crazy how she keeps trying to make it seem like it's these men who have the problem and why she's still single. But girl, it's because you're dealing with yourself. And as I've always stated, you are the common denominator in every relationship. And that's why you're in the situations you're in, and why you will continue to be in these relationships until you get a handle of what's really going on, which is there are a lot of issues going on within you. You're the problem.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Liv, and welcome back. So today I've decided that I'm going to get the kids a cat. A box. I'm just playing. No, we're gonna get a cat. I found the kitty on Craigslist. My kids have been wanting a cat forever. Really, Robin's been wanting the cat forever. And I was like, you know what, baby? Life is short. Got cat litter. We came to the store and we got the stuff that we need for the kitten. I found the cat on Craigslist, y'all. Free cat. I really wanted to just like adopt, and I was just looking around and I found the kitty on Craigslist. So I was like, kids, do you like this cat? And they said yeah. So we're gonna go see her today and maybe get her. We'll see. Most likely we are, if she's, you know, if the vibes are right, if the bills are good, we'll get her. You feel me?
So at first she said she wanted to, you know, get her kids a cat because the kids wanted a cat. But she said more so Robin. And I honestly feel that she's really trying to appease Robin, because it's almost like she's trying to buy Robin's love. Because she really believes that the court is going to allow her to get Robin, since Robin is now 12 years old. And I really feel this is her way of not only trying to appease Robin, but also because of the way she really has been treating Robin here lately. I mean, we know the infamous live she did where she really came after Robin in a very gross and disgusting way about what she said about her between her legs. And we've also been seeing lives where Olivia is literally just kind of going off on Robin. Like, really just being very mean and very combative with her. And it just seems like she knows she's kind of messing herself up, even if there is a possibility that she can get Robin. I think she realizes that she is making things a little difficult because of how she's been treating Robin. But overall, I really just see this as being another tactic for Olivia to try to get in Robin's good graces, thinking that this is going to help her in the long run, meaning Olivia getting Robin because she's 12 now. But I think it's overall just crazy that Olivia is even getting another cat, and we'll later hear that she got two. And you're already struggling to take care of your two human children, and now you're going to take on even more responsibility. And we've already seen your track record when it comes to animals. Like, we saw what you did with Suki. You had no guilt, no shame about that. And now you're going to take in two more animals. You've had how many cats? How many dogs? Like, this girl is ridiculous.
But yeah, come along this journey to get our new pets. I'm excited. Wish us luck. Okay, y'all, so we're home, and I didn't record, like, getting the cats. Okay, listen. I got two cats instead of one. Yeah, go get one of them. We got two because, I don't know, the guy had like more from the litter, and I was like, well, I mean, if I'm not home a lot, like say like I'm at work, the babies are not here, like I want the kittens to be able to have somebody, you know. And I know like cats do better like if they're with like another cat. So he had another girl, and I was like, oh, two sisters. So that's what we got. We got two sisters, and they're so cute. This one is, hold on. Oh, I can't turn the camera. I can't. Okay, pick her up. Okay, well, there she is. Her name is Queen. That's what the kids named her.
Where's the other one?
I don't know who she is. Let me have her. Let me have her. Gosh, these kids don't know how to hold a damn cat. Give me my phone, Chris. Okay, so this one, her name is Queen. She's really, 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 really cute. Stop, Christian.
She got long whiskers.
She's so annoying. Look how cute she is. Anyway, she doesn't want to cooperate. She, you know, the cats are still getting acclimated. But also, I don't know, we have another one. Her name is Bella. Like I said, stop scaring her.
You want me to go get Bella?
Yeah, go get Bella.
Bella's not.
And the kids named her Queen. Okay, Robin and Christian named her Queen, and Ryan and I named the other one Bella.
But I don't want her to be that. I want her to be Jade.
Yeah, we had Jade. That was between Jade, Summer, Isabella, or Isabel.
Izzy.
I don't know. I like Bella. We just landed on Bella. Bella's the cutest.
No, I like Summer.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think about the fact that Olivia named one of her cats Queen. And I was just thinking about how Chris Sale's ex-wife name is Queen. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty random because like I've said earlier, we have seen Olivia like have access to different types of animals over the years. And she's never named any of her animals that were females Queen until now. And the timing of her getting a cat and naming it Queen around the same time, you know, she's been interacting with Chris Sales on TikTok. I don't know. That just seems kind of odd. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I was definitely thinking it.
Her name is Bella. Okay.
Yeah, Summer.
No, Bella.
Summer.
Bella.
Summer.
Bella.
Summer.
Bella.
Summer.
Oh my god. Look, she's starting to play. Christian, take that damn mask off. Okay, and this is Bella. Oh my gosh.
Keep the box on her.
Y'all better get ready to get scratched, okay? Cats scratch. That's what they do. Okay, y'all, and this is Bella. She's acting like she's terrified. So I'm gonna put her back down, but she's so pretty. She's like gray and white. It's okay, Mama. You know how cats are. They have to get used to it. It takes them a few days.
Mom, can I hold her?
It's okay, Mama.
Can I try to hold her?
She's gonna scratch you, baby.
No, I'm gonna try. I just got to do
Scaredy
this.
cat. She's the scaredy cat. There's your Bella. It's okay, Bella. So we got Queen and we got Bella. The new additions to the family. I'm not taking a picture. I'm just trying to show. Look at how she's warming it. She's cute, Bella. Turn it down, Mama. Look at your sister.
I remember. Every answer starts flying. Vocab, formulas, even that one random story the teacher told 3 months ago. Bro, I just unlocked a cheat code in real life.
This one was the rent. Queen was the rent. Bella.
The smallest.
Bella is like the normal. They're 3 months old, y'all. But Bella, look at their coat. She has such a pretty coat. And she's like a brown stripe and she's like a gray stripe. Queen.
You know what we're looking for right now? We're looking for an apparent Lamborghini with lights on it. The question I
She's gonna go to sleep.
Because she put her on the thing. I want to see what she's going to do.
They're trying to see if the cat's gonna play with the iPad. She's not gonna do it, girl. I mean, yeah, girl.
Lambo itself is stolen too.
Y'all are gonna scare Bella away.
Dude, make yourself.
Guys, I'm so in love. Like, literally. She's so attached to me already. Guys, you falling asleep. What you doing? What are you doing?
So that was all for that particular video on TikTok. I will say that I am a little nervous with her having these 2 cats around AJ and Kalani, especially if these cats, you know, are getting familiar with the house, and they're still going to be, it's going to take some time for them to get used to everybody. It's a possibility that they may scratch. You know, I'm concerned about Kalani in that regard. But as far as AJ goes, I mean, I'm a little nervous for these cats because considering Olivia does not keep her eyes on her kids, especially because she's on social media all day, I just don't want it to be where AJ is terrorizing these cats, because that is definitely going to be a problem. But I definitely am a cat person. I love cats. I have one myself. We adopted him when he was 6 weeks old. He is 9 years old currently, so he has definitely been a part of the family. He's always been a good cat, never had issues. He's a very loving cat. The thing with animals is animals do take after their caregiver's spirit. So that is definitely something to consider, because I know especially with cats, I'm not too familiar with dogs, but I know with cats, they definitely will take on the spirit of their owner. And so if you have a dark, evil spirit, your cats will become very terrorizing. They will be just all over the place. I've definitely seen it in other people's households. And but if you have a calm, loving spirit, your cats for the most part are going to be very calm, loving. They're not going to bother nobody. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how this is going to play out, especially with AJ. And I'm curious to see how long she's actually going to have these 2 cats, because y'all know Olivia do not keep animals for long.
What? Okay, y'all, so hey. Okay, so we're at Dutch Bros, and this is the first time I've ever been here, and I don't know what I'm ordering, but this is the first time I'm trying it. What's good here, y'all? I don't know. I'm a Starbucks girly, personally. Hold on. Look how cute these straws are. They're so freaking adorable. This is a big ass drink. Like, seriously. It's huge. I don't have tissue, baby. Ryan got a strawberry shake. Those two back there, they got caramel.
Okay, we should try.
Caramel freeze. They call them freeze. Hold on, girl, dang. You ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Mine's good.
You like it?
Yeah,
Definitely not Starbucks.
Now, I will have to say off the bat, when I saw this, and this is another video she posted on TikTok, when I saw this and saw little Ryan, I just kind of shook my head because I'm not sure if she's 7 or 8, but Ryan is too young to be wearing hoop earrings. Like, you can already see more so when, I don't know how she is when she's with her father, but when Ryan is around her mother, unfortunately, I can definitely see how Olivia is rubbing off on Ryan. Ryan loves to be in the camera. Ryan loves to wear makeup. She loves to make little pouty faces because she's watching her mother. And even Olivia will put long nails on Ryan. I feel like she is allowing Ryan to grow up too fast. Now, I'm all for, letting your little girls play dress up when they are in the house. But it should be where you're doing it with your daughter. Y'all are not in public. You're not on social media. And to let her wear these type of things outside of the home, it is just too much. Again, Ryan is too young to be wearing hoop earrings. Like, this is crazy to me. Let me know if y'all feel the same, or do y'all feel like I'm overreacting. But I personally don't have a daughter, but I just feel when it comes to little girls, you should let them be little girls for as long as they can be, because society is already trying to grow little girls up too fast anyway. But I just feel these hoop earrings are so inappropriate for her age.
I don't like how the ice is crunchy.
mine is good, y'all. Mine tastes like the shake and like coffee. Mine tastes like Ryan and strawberry milkshake plus coffee.
Yours tastes like a strawberry milkshake? Oh, shit. I don't know. I thought it was good. On the curb. But I don't know why it was that big of a deal. I rolled over the curb, y'all. I thought I could make it. Anyway, what do I rate this?
Yeah, that was a mess. I mean, Olivia is forever not wearing a seatbelt. Her kids are in the car with no seatbelt on. She's running over the curb because she's trying to be on social media reading comments while driving, and she's distracted. And it's one thing for her to be driving with no seatbelt, but for her to not care if her children are in seatbelts, like, that is crazy to me. Like, that is extremely crazy. It is a complete safety hazard. And this girl, once again, just shows she is clueless when it comes to taking care of children and making sure they're safe. But we're going to move on to a live Olivia did on YouTube, so let's get into it.
No, I have just been through so much as a woman and as a mother. And to see the amount of people that still try to attack me on the daily is crazy to me. It's crazy. It's insane. And the things that these people say, okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just want to say this because it's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy. Like, people are so afraid of my potential and who I am. They just want me to fail so bad. And it's like, I'll never understand that mindset because I'm not a hater. I'm going to always say that. I'm not a fucking hater. I don't ever hate on the next person. I may not like you, but I don't hate on you. Like, I don't fuck with you. And that's just what it is. And that's okay. I know. But as far as hating, like, want to see somebody do bad and, like, no, like, that's insane to me.
As I always say, I cannot speak for everybody because I do feel there are some possibilities that there are people who do actually hate this woman and do not want to see this woman do better. I think there are some people who fall into that category. But I think the majority of people who have watched this woman, including myself, we're not hating on her. We speak on the negative things that we see take place from her. We speak about the negative things that she displays on the internet when it comes to her children and just how she is with other people in general. So for her to say she doesn't understand why people hate on her, as I've stated before in the past, I believe Olivia is dealing with two types of people. But instead of her using logic in how she is conveying her thoughts and feelings when it comes to what she deals with from people as a whole, she lumps them all into the same category. And that's not a true statement. All people who are watching this woman is not hating on her or is wishing for her downfall. So I would have to disagree when it comes to my position over here and how I feel. It has nothing to do with me not wanting to see this girl do better. It has nothing to do with me wishing that she falls and, wishing the worst for her. I think Olivia does that all by herself. That's the part that she fails to realize. It doesn't really take people to wish anything bad to happen. It's the fact that she is her worst enemy. She is the one who constantly sabotages her own success and her own opportunities to grow and elevate in her life because she's very hard-headed. She's very one-dimensional in her thinking. And, she is very stubborn in not really wanting to take sound advice. And the ones who do have her ear, they give her bad advice, hence her mother. So it's like, it's very hard to hear her say people as a whole is hating on, her and her potential. I think that is a very incorrect statement to make. It's not true. But she will pretty much say anything to make herself look to be a certain way. Because the reality also of the situation is she has to find another way to spin the narrative over there because a lot of her bad behavior, especially how she treats her children, is really being highlighted more. And so she has to some kind of way change the narrative to make it seem like, oh, well, it's not really what people are saying about me and how I am with my children. Is really because they want to sabotage me and they want to see me fail and they don't want to see me progress. So this is why she has to now come with this theory and, make it seem like this is what it is to take everybody's attention away from the actual truth.
So that's what that is. But I was thinking about it, like, I'm so glad that I, am on social media because, like, with my situation with my ex, I'm not going to do anything. Like, I could come on here and I could blast some shit and I could say a lot of shit. But I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm done with trying to take shit into my own hands. I'm not gonna do that shit anymore, like with anything. And I'm just gonna let the universe like move the way that it moves. And I'm happy that I vlog, not on vlog, but I'm happy that I like document parts of my life, because I can't wait for everybody to see the final outcome of my situation, you know? And when you move in hatred and spite and bitterness, and when you move how I moved, you move just regular. And it's going to be so interesting to see how everything turns out. It really is. It really fucking is. It really, really, really is.
I've noticed here lately, she has been hinting towards her having more information that she could share as it pertains to Gerard. I've noticed she's really been hinting to that a lot. And that is definitely something to pay attention to, because I do feel she's doing that for a reason. There may be some things that's been going on over there that she's kind of waiting to see if she wants to say, because I know she said that she wasn't going to say anything in a couple of lives back. She was like, she's not going to say anything else. But I feel if that is true, then why keep hinting to the fact that there are some things that is going on that you are not really wanting to say. So that is something that I've been noticing. Another thing that I will say too is, now, as far as the outcome that she's referring to, I don't think she fully knows what the outcome is going to be. She has definitely mentioned recently that she's been stressing. It's been a lot going on behind the scenes that is why she's been stressing, and why she's been eating, and why she picked up the weight, why she's been drinking alcohol. So I don't think she fully knows what the outcome is. I think she's very much afraid of what that outcome could be. But to say that, she's not moving in hatred or bitterness or all of those things that she was alluding to, basically saying that that's how Gerard's been moving throughout this whole situation, and to say that she's been moving normally, Olivia, you haven't been moving normally, because you yourself have also been acting out in bitterness, and just doing things that you really wouldn't do if you was truly healed and over Gerard. You definitely have talked about this man for years, and I'm not talking about you just talking about your situation. You have literally gone over and beyond to drag that man for filth. And so you can't sit here and do all of those things for 6 years and then turn around and say you've been moving normally throughout this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have the conversation by saying, you get a certain outcome when you are moving in being evil and bitter, versus someone who's not doing those things. That argument doesn't even apply with you, because you are guilty of doing the exact same thing.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Like, it's so insane to me how much people go against me. My own baby daddy goes against me. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's how big of a fucking person I am. Like, people are terrified. People are terrified to see me at my full potential.
What's crazy to me is how she literally tried to spin this to make it seem like people are so terrified. First off, what? People are terrified of seeing you succeed? That is crazy that you came up with that, Olivia. The fact that Olivia is trying to spin this by making it seem like people are terrified to see her succeed because of what she says people are coming against her really tough. People are coming against you tough, Olivia, because you are doing very extreme things that we have seen other mommies on YouTube or on just social media in general be banned from and canceled. And some of those moms were put in jail because of the neglect and the abuse of their children. Now, all of the cases that I've seen in the past where we've seen this happen, they've all been in different types of categories of abuse and neglect. But you are very much a neglectful and abusive mother. You are. And so for you to try to spin it as if the way people are coming at you is so extreme, it's crazy to me that you would justify it by saying, oh, it's because of my potential. People are terrified to see me actually, succeed in life. Like, girl, that is some crazy stuff right there that you were able to try to, spin it that way. When you know exactly why people are coming at you the way they are, you know exactly what the allegations are that are being made against you, and you know they are true. And so because you're trying to save face, because you don't want to be canceled, and you're trying to hold on to your social media platforms, you will do and say anything to lie and justify it away. But there's only so many ways you can pivot, and there's so many lies you can tell. And I just think it's disgusting that you would go through these depths just to hold on to an image when clearly everybody's not wrong. Everybody is not jealous of you. Everybody is not a hater. But what everybody is they are actually saying what is true about you. They are seeing you correctly, and they see how horrible of a mother you are to your children. That is what the consensus is. And you can try to find another way to, pivot around that truth and lie and be manipulative and deceptive over there. But the truth will always remain. People see you, Olivia. And I think that is what's crazy. It's because what people are saying, the videos that are being made, and I can't speak for everybody's videos, but I'm speaking of the videos that are being made, speaking the truth about who you are as a person and as a mother. You cannot lie your way out of that, because nobody is fabricating their videos. They're using your videos, girl. Nobody is putting your face on somebody else's body. Nobody's using your voice over somebody else's real voice. Like, it's you in real time. And there's not a lot of ways you can lie on that. Like, you can't justify what we're seeing.
They just gotta keep trying to shit on me, put me down, bring me down, hold me down. It's crazy. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna put people on black. I don't know what happened. You need your seatbelt on. No, I don't. If I crash, then we're gonna let the universe do what it does. I don't want my seatbelt on. Why do you guys always want my seatbelt on? Leave my seatbelt off. My seatbelt doesn't have to be on. You put your seatbelt on. How about that?
And this right here is a prime example of what I was just saying. Olivia is so stubborn, so hard-headed, that she doesn't know how to take sound advice. For her to ask the question, why do y'all care if I have my seatbelt on? Why are y'all always telling me this? Maybe it's because you are transporting babies in your vehicle. This woman has AJ and Kalani in her car while she's doing this live, about to take them to daycare. She doesn't have her seatbelt on and turns around and tells the commenter, why do you care? I'm just going to let the universe do what it does. If I crash, oh well. Like, who says that as a mother? So you don't care that you're potentially putting your babies in harm's way because you are too stubborn and too rebellious to follow the rules of the road. Because if your tail got pulled over by the police, you would have got a ticket. Because not only are you endangering your children's life, you are endangering other people's lives on the road with you. Like, it is just so insane that this woman says the things she says and does the things she does, in some kind of way in her mind, she don't see nothing wrong with it. But then want to turn around and say that, everybody is wishing on her downfall. But it's situations like this where she continues to show that she is her worst karma. She is her worst, downfall. She is her worst enemy because she doesn't learn. She's always choosing to be rebellious and choosing to do the exact same things over and over, but then want to cry when she gets the result she gets. It's the weirdest thing. But I think it's very cringy for this woman to be carrying 2 of her babies in the vehicle as she's saying, well, if I crash, oh well. I'm just going to leave it for the universe to decide if I'm going to have an accident today. Not let me make sure I'm doing everything I can to prevent an accident. I'm just going to let the universe decide. Like, just ignorant.
I don't wear my seatbelt. And I don't have to wear my seatbelt because I don't want to wear my seatbelt. Go against the real ones. That's right, Evie. They do. They do. But like I said, I literally understand this, you guys. I saw a video yesterday. The video was titled that my ex, and it was like they're rejoicing at this thought in their minds that he enslaved me. Like, he enslaved me? Are you okay? Like, that's okay to say? Could you imagine if I said that? And then it's like the psychology of weirdos and psychopaths. It's like, it's so weird. But anyway, I don't even want to put my mind in that place. But saying that my ex enslaved me, girl, he could never. He will forever try to capture me and hold me down and keep me in a fucking cage, and I don't know why. I don't know why he wants to keep me. Like, I don't know why. But he won't and he can't. He can't. I got away from him and I'm so happy and so blessed and so... Ooh-wee, child. Ooh-wee. I can't even explain it.
So, according to you, you are so blessed that you were able to get away from Gerard. But just a few months ago, you were playing audio revealing how you told this man that you know what I want, and if I can't have you, and you didn't want to continue that piece of the audio. So it's like, clearly, Olivia, you have always wanted to still be with this man, and I believe you still do. Just like you came on here not too long ago claiming that he was still yours. So it's like, it's not making sense. It's really not making sense.
I don't even want to explain it. But yeah, but that, when I seen that, I was like, oh my God, like, these people, that's what they want to see. They want to see. Why would you want to see somebody enslaved? Why would you even say that? Why would you even think that's cute? Why would you even think that's funny? Why would you even, like, what the fuck did I do to anybody? Like, what did I do to y'all? What did I do to y'all bitches on this internet? Like, honestly, truly, what did I do to y'all? Just look how I look and y'all mad as fuck. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Jealousy is a crazy thing, man.
I just want to point out the fact that you actually did say they are insecure and they are jealous of me. Those were your exact words 30 minutes ago. The fact that everybody in the comments is telling you.
Pull the clip. I want to see where
you're denying. Everybody's saying the same thing.
No, everyone's saying the same thing because you bitches are on one accord.
How is everybody on one accord? Everybody don't know each other. Get it together, ma'am.
Where did I say you're jealous?
Do everybody on this panel in your comments know each other?
I know the word jealous did not even...
Yes, it did.
Right now, The word
It
jealous
did.
did not come out of
It
my mouth.
definitely did. You said these bitches are jealous of me and they're envious of me. Your exact words.
I didn't even say envious.
The fact that Olivia is always saying that somebody is jealous of her, and when she was on this TikTok live, she swore up and down that the people were lying on her when they said that she literally made the statement that people were jealous of her. And she was like acting like she was so flabbergasted that people were saying that. And as you heard this lady on this TikTok live said, ma'am, you just said it 30 minutes ago. Olivia always says people are jealous of her. She's been saying this for years, which is why I knew Olivia was lying. I knew those people were telling the truth. Even though I didn't even see the full video, I'm pretty certain that she said that they were jealous of her because she truly believes people are jealous of her. And as you could clearly hear her right here, she's wanting to play victim once again and ask the question, what did I do to y'all? What have I done that was so bad? Like, Olivia, are you serious right now? Are you really serious right now? You really got amnesia? You don't remember everything you have done on this internet? I think it's extremely crazy that you are really trying to play victim. And you're really trying to act as if you have no clue why people feel the way they feel about you. But I can almost guarantee it has nothing to do with people being jealous of you, Olivia. It's like, girl, I honestly don't know what is going on upstairs. I don't know what your mother has told you over the years, but this is not good. It's not good that you really don't know how to deal with conflict. You don't know how to deal with the reality of what people issues are towards you. You have to convince yourself in your mind that it's not actually what people are saying the issue is. It just so has to be it's because of what you look like. That is some extreme narcissism right there. That is some extreme delusion right there. Something is off. It is something off there.
Ooh wee, jealousy, honey. That's like a seed that rots and rots and rots your soul. But anyway, looking great. Thank you, baby. People can't get over living. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't think I used to think that, like, people just can't get over our relationship aspect, but I don't think that's what it is, because that would have to come from some type of love. This type of hatred shit that people have for me, this is not love. I mean, it actually is, because in order to hate something, you have to love it, but it's not like, oh, I miss them together. No.
I think that is very strange, because I know Olivia says this a lot when she says, in order for you to hate something, you had to have once loved it. And I think she adopted this principle because in her mind, she feels torn in trying to understand why Gerard is treating her the way that he is. And so she has to convince herself that he's doing these things to her because deep down he loves her. And I think that's where she kind of got this thought process from. But it makes no sense, because I hate Satan. That don't mean I used to love him. Like, girl, that is just the weirdest theory to uphold and think it makes sense. Like, it literally makes no sense to say that you have to have loved something in order to hate it. Like, that's just weird. I mean, honestly, we're not supposed to hate, but I believe God definitely gives us permission to hate evil. We have permission to hate the devil, but in no way, shape, or form is there ever supposed to be a time where we're supposed to love evil. We're supposed to love the devil. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Olivia, girl, please. Just stop saying that. But I know with me saying stop saying it, you're going to keep saying it because that's just how you get down. But it just doesn't make sense. You know, just like in my last video, I highlighted the fact that instead of her referring to the creator as God, she referred to the creator as source. And I basically said that made no sense. And because I said it made no sense, she made it a point to title this live that we're watching right here. She titled it, Let Source Do Its Thing. Not God, because now she's referring to God as source, the universe, it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just ridiculous.
Really, little did I know, when I was with my ex, bitches were hating on me. But talking shit, but wanted my spots. Ew. Like, ew. You guys could have it. But, like, I never thought like that because I thought, honestly, I was living in the worst type of situation. And I still do. I was miserable. But, you know, bitches were hoping and praying that I would break up with him and because he was whatever, I don't know. But they were like plotting on the whole situation. Like that's how they thought in their mind. I didn't look at it like that once again because I didn't think I had anything special. I didn't think I was like, ooh, I got the best in the world. Like, no, that's not, I still don't think like that. Other people do, but I don't, you know? So, but no, it's nothing like that. I think it's me. People have like some type of, I'm not going to say obsession because I'm so sick of that fucking word, but they have some type of weird thing for me and it's just festered and festered and festered and festered. And it's not even just the internet. It's my ex. It's everybody almost.
Please know, Olivia is definitely not tired of the word obsession. The reason why she says she's tired of using that word is because she can no longer use that word because she's been called out over here from using the word obsession. It doesn't hold any weight. There are holes all underneath that word. And she can't use it because there's nothing about her life that speaks to anybody having any type of obsession, envy, jealousy over there. So that's why she's choosing carefully her words because we have called her out over here a few times over that word. Now, as far as her saying that people have a weird thing with her, again, keep in mind, she's lumping everybody together under one umbrella that has had something to say about her. She does not like the fact that she's being exposed. She doesn't like the fact that, you know, we call her out over here. She doesn't like the fact that we meet her every which way she tries to pivot over here. Every time she tries to spin her narratives, we call her on it over here. Every time she tries to lie and get ahead of her lies, we hit the rewind button over here. Yeah, it's a lot of things that she doesn't like. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. And the people who are, you know, in the comment section over here that's calling her out, there are a lot of people that is calling her out on her lies. And she wants it to die down. She wants people to stop talking because it's affecting her from being able to really move the way she wants to move on social media. But the thing is, everybody has been watching you, Olivia. Some people have been watching longer than others. And just because you move around from YouTube to TikTok, from TikTok to YouTube, those people are still watching. Even your newer audiences are catching wind of who you are. So there's only so many lies you can tell for how long you can tell it. And that is what you're really mad about. That's what you're really talking about, where you're saying the people are just constantly coming at you. It's the fact that you don't like the fact that the truth about you keeps being exposed.
That, you know, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that, you know. Hey, baby. You're hot. It's okay. We can leave your window down. No, that's it. We're on the freeway. I don't want your window all the way down. It scares me on the freeway. Took you years to break free. Now I'm the bad one. Yeah, you're always the bad one. When you break away, when you break out of the chains, you're the bad one. Girl. Well, yeah, it'd be like that, girl. But I am already. I was gonna say I already broke away, but I think there was like still strings. I feel like I'm finally cutting those strings. You feel me? And yeah, I mean, the last thing that he can try to control me with is the court stuff and whatever. Like, I don't care. I have to like totally relinquish control even about that situation. Like, I'm gonna do what I can, but I'm not gonna break my back. I'm not gonna break my back. I'm not gonna stress. I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'm not gonna do none of that. And whatever is the outcome is the outcome. That's it. Whatever's the outcome is the outcome. I think the outcome is going to be in my favor because what he's doing is just bitterness and spite and evil. He's not doing it out of anything good. So when you don't do things out of goodness, not even a little bit good, nothing good comes from that. No, you don't get your way on that type of shit. So, like I said, and then once that's over and done, I'm a little less tied into him. Like, I feel like I'm at least ripping more of the strings away. Okay, we gotta roll this up now, baby. Because we're getting into some traffic.
So Olivia just confirmed what I said earlier in this video, that she doesn't even know what the outcome is going to be. She's pretty much going off of, what she's hoping will be the turnout. But she doesn't know either. And again, I just feel like for Olivia to be able to call out, what Gerard is doing, and the way she's able to say that other people are doing wrong by her and they're being unfair and they're being evil and they're being bitter and hateful, for her to be able to see all of these things in other people, but yet she can never seem to see the same behaviors that she displays towards other people. It just, again, it speaks to how just narcissistic she is, how much of a gaslighter she is, because she's very much guilty of doing the same thing. She's not innocent. She is not the victim. She has not just been over there being victimized left and right. No, she has definitely played a huge part in why she is going through what she's going through. And I just think it's extremely unfortunate that she remains, consistent in playing the victim and acting as if she hasn't done anything wrong. But, again, to those of us who have been watching this play out, we see it for what it is.
Okay, let's take the CPS stuff for example. People were calling CPS on me, or a person. I really think it's a specific person because that's what I've heard, that it's just one lady that keeps calling and calling and calling. That person kept calling, and it worked in my favor. They were calling for nothing but evil, spite, bitterness, trying to hurt me. And what happened? It turned in my favor. That's the perfect example right there.
So before, when Olivia was speaking about this in a previous live, she was acting as if her and the CPS lady were homegirls, and the CPS was giving her like inside information, letting her know that somebody was contacting the supervisor and the supervisor cussed her out, and saying how the CPS lady was basically like letting her know that, the stuff that they're doing is not working. They're not even, looking into her that way, really trying to make it seem as if she's not bothered, she's not worried, it's not that serious, when it comes to CPS and what she got going on. But now she's changing it up some. She's making it seem like now I don't even know who called. I don't even know if it was a lady. She's assuming it may have been one person. So it's like, girl, which one is it? Because when you first was talking about it, you seemed to act as if you knew exactly what was going on. Now, it seems like you're guessing. Yeah, definitely not adding up. But honestly, I'm not surprised that she's doubling down on her trying to convince her audience over there that, this is still a blessing, that, it's going in her favor because of, what I said over here about what's really going on behind the scenes with CPS and how they're really investigating Olivia and how she really doesn't have a clue as to what's really going on. So yeah, I'm not surprised that she's doubling down because she doesn't want to be looked at as if she really is not understanding what's happening, and she doesn't want it to look as if she really is bothered and concerned by what could potentially be going on because she didn't have a clue that it really went over her head. So again, a lot of the things that I see with Olivia is really for show. She definitely uses talking points to try to spin her narratives over there. I see it for what it is. And she definitely knows what she's doing when she does it.
You don't win when you play dirty games. Good morning. Good morning, baby. Like right now, I get to drop my kids off at daycare free of charge. Free of charge. Free of charge, girl. All day. Great daycare. They feed them everything. Great, great, great daycare. Top daycare. Free of charge. Out of other people's evilness. You see how the world works? So that's why I say, and I didn't do anything. I didn't come on here and fight with y'all. I didn't come on here and cuss y'all out. I didn't come on here and do CPS videos. I didn't do anything.
Olivia, what? Girl, you've been tussing with the people over there. You've been cussing the people out. You have been doing CPS videos. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, oh my gosh, this girl just be talking. It is crazy. But y'all see what I'm saying? She is really harping over free, free, free. I'm getting free daycare. Free, you guys, free. Like Olivia, yeah, it's free because you just opened up your home and you have given them your children to monitor. You have opened your door to CPS for them to monitor your children, to have more of a hands-on understanding of what is happening in your home and in your care. They can come and go as they please in that daycare and talk to your children to see how you are treating them, what type of mother you are to them. Are they being fed? Are you hitting them? Like, girl, do you hear yourself? You harping over, it's free, you guys. It's free, 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 free. Yeah, it's free. If that's all it took for you to open your door to the government to have access to your kids, like, girl, that's embarrassing. It's very much embarrassing that you don't see what you just did. But keep being happy that you got free daycare, girl.
And everything worked out in my favor. So I'm gonna take that same how I worked that, and I'm gonna work this situation. But my whole point of coming to talk to you guys about it is because I want you guys to, if you're going through something similar, I want you guys to think like that. Like, don't try to get revenge. What, baby? No, when I get off the freeway, I'll roll the window down. Don't try to get revenge. Don't try to hurt other people. Don't try to do things out of spite. Even if you're hurt, even if a person really, really hurts your feelings, and I've let my emotions get the best of me so many times, like overrule logical thinking so many fucking times. And it's on me. That's my fault. I take full responsibility for that because I'm the need to just logical think out that bitch, all the way out of that shit, because emotions won't get you nowhere, honey.
I do think it's kind of funny to hear Olivia try to piggyback off of some of the conversations I've been having over here, and yet she doesn't know how to have the conversation because she's misusing the terminologies that I'm using over here. Because for her to say you have to logical think out of it, like, Olivia, what? And she's only speaking this way because I have been saying over here that Olivia has no logic in her thinking. You know, she's not very logical in the things that she says over there. But it's like her trying to use these same words. She uses it out of context. She uses them in ways that it doesn't make sense. But she feels if she just uses the word, then she's doing it correctly. But Olivia, no, this didn't sound right.
And I hate that I have to say that because I think emotions are beautiful. I think emotions are like, that's what, if your emotions rule and that's what you go with, then that's what you should be able to go with. But not in this fucked up world. Like, it's not made for emotional people. It's not made for empaths. It's not made for people who feel everything. It's not made for us. So I think that's really been my biggest challenge, changing that about myself, because, you know, it's not getting me anywhere.
I mean, once again, I find it interesting that she's now wanting to have this conversation because prior, you know, she was all about, you know, using emotion as if it was a positive thing. You know, she was saying, you know, I'm a Cancer, you know, we're emotional beings. You know, I'm just a very emotional person. But when I helped her to understand that being emotional is not a good thing and that you have to have control over your emotions. Otherwise, your emotions will, you know, run over you and cause you to basically be out of control because you're not supposed to be ruled by your emotions because emotions come and go like the wind. And so, because I had this conversation, now she's having this conversation to say that this is something that she has to work on because she sees that being emotional is not a good thing. You know, never giving credit to where she's getting her understanding from, but, you know, always trying to flip it and make it seem as if she's gaining this understanding and this realization on her own. But it's cool.
Being like that, it hasn't got me anywhere. But fucked over, babe, okay? Okay. But it's okay. Because I understand the game now. I understand. I feel great. I feel like I look even better. I look great today. I look amazing. I look clean. I look refreshed. I look polished. Look at this skin. Do we see this motherfucking skin, honey?
Who says they look clean? That was very strange for that to be one of the things she said she looked like. She said, I look clean. Olivia, aren't you supposed to always look clean? That was very weird.
Okay. Pimple or not. Yeah, I have pimple. Bitch, that shit is almost gone. Do we see the skin, honey? Can we get a clap for the skin, baby? Okay. You can tell a lot about a person. Okay. Just by looking at them. Baby, I feel like I'm glowing. That's how I feel on the inside, though. I feel like I'm glowing. I feel like I got the cheat code. For real. And it's not even a cheat code. It's just, I don't know. Right? Glowing. I looked at myself this morning. I'm like, girl, what did you do? Glowing spiritually. Yeah, I think that's what it is. No, but we're not going to the gas station. We're going to school. I love when we don't look like what we've been through. Period. Because you can't. Everybody goes through it, y'all. That's the thing. Like, that's my whole thing, too. It's like, I know that it's never going to stop because we live in this messed up, disgusting world that we live in. But it's like, for people to judge the next person and for what they've been through is crazy to me because we all go through what we go through. Nobody's struggle is different. Nobody's struggle is the same. Nobody's struggle, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Very interesting that this is now your philosophy, when we have seen otherwise, Olivia. Because if you truly believe this, if you truly believe, as you're saying this while there's a smile on your face, I mean, every time you have serious conversations, there's a smile on your face. That is another giveaway that you just full of it. But for you to say everybody goes through things, everybody struggles, and it shouldn't be where people are judging others for going through what they're going through. If this is truly your philosophy, Olivia, why was you making fun of Chrissy when she lost custody of her son? That was an actual situation she was in, that she was going through. But you came on here and you laughed about it and you made fun of it. Why would you make fun of Jasmine, ending a relationship or having a relationship end? Why did you think that was funny? When she was coming on here talking about what happened with her and Chris, and she was crying, and she was explaining what she was going through with that situation, why did you think that was funny? If you truly believe what you're just saying, that everybody struggles, everybody goes through things, why would you think it would be funny to hear somebody speak about their struggles in being homeless with their child? Why was that funny? Why would you think it's funny to hear a woman say that they had a miscarriage, and then you get in somebody's chat and say that, basically God said no, God, basically did what he needed to do because she didn't need to have that child. Like, and I'm paraphrasing, but you basically was saying that. Why would you say that? Why would you think it's funny to speak on other people's family members that have passed away? Why would that be funny to you? It's a lot of things you have done and said over the years that makes your statement right here very laughable. Because you are just constantly just showing people that you really are a liar. And not only are you a liar, but you are a very much narcissist. Because everything about you is fake. Everything is fake. Your personality is fake. The compassion you try to show for people is fake. Your tears a lot of times are fake. Your love that you act like you have over there for your supporters is fake. All your storylines that I ain't gonna say all, but most of your storylines that you have presented over on your channel is fake. It's just a lot of fake stuff going on, and I just think it's very inconsiderate of you to have done a lot of the things you've done that I haven't even listed. But it's so draining to constantly repeat everything that you have said and done over these years. But to act as if you are somebody that you clearly know you're not, that's why you can't keep a straight face to save your life. It's just gross. It's very gross. Because what you're saying is a whole contradiction. Because you're definitely not showing that this is who you really are, and that you truly believe in what you're saying.
Even the highest up people with the most money go through what the fuck they go through. And people just sit up here and just, oh, your struggle's worse than mine. I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to make you feel bad. Girl, did you forget about your struggle that you went through 10 years ago? Some struggles you haven't even gone through yet. I don't know, it's crazy. But I know it's going to keep happening because that's what people do. They judge. They love to judge because I think it makes them feel better inside. I don't know. The really empty souls, I think it makes them feel so much better to judge the next person. I don't know. Wow.
That's funny that she's calling somebody an empty soul, because I have said that her soul is wicked and it's dark. And now she wants to speak about another person's soul being empty. As I've stated before, when it comes to speaking truth and speaking about what you see, that is not considered judgment. That's speaking on what you clearly see. And as I've stated before as well, Olivia can't handle the pushback that she's getting. She wants everybody to just stop talking about her so she can live her reckless life in peace. But the problem with that, Olivia, is you got 2 children that are in your care that are suffering as a result of you living a reckless life over there. That is why people are talking the way that they are. If you did not have those 2 kids, I'm pretty sure people would not care less what you're doing. They may be somewhat, shocked by the type of woman you portray yourself to be, but they would have quickly moved on by now. The only reason why people are somewhat invested in what you got going on is because we see the mistreatment that is going on over there with your children, and your children don't have a loud enough voice to speak for themselves. And so that's what we're doing over here. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's what we're doing over here.
Yeah, if you're vibrating too low at a too low frequency, you're not gonna understand me. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna think crazy. You're gonna think insane because I'm so like, I don't know. I just feel like my soul is so clean and peaceful. Like, demonic people do not like me because my glow is too bright for them.
I've said this before and I'm going to say it again because it's relevant to do so. What Olivia is doing is she's mirroring. And a lot of times people do that as a way to be deceptive. When you're mirroring someone, you're trying to pretend to be more similar to that person. You are trying to act as if you are the same. And it's a form of manipulation. It's a form of deception. Olivia knows exactly what she's doing. She's doing this intentionally. And when I tell you it has gotten very harder for me to watch this woman because there is definitely a spirit on her that is very strong and it's getting stronger on her, and I can definitely pick it up. And it's very difficult to watch because everything about her at this point is really starting to get to me. Not to the point where I can't still maintain doing my reactions. But when I say get to me, I'm meaning like I can feel the war going on in the spiritual realm when it comes to what is really going on within her. I can feel it. And it's bigger than Olivia. She doesn't fully understand what she has opened herself up to. But this is what she's doing. She's very deceptive and she's very manipulative. And she definitely mirrors a lot of people. And I see how she tries to do that with me. Because for her to say that people are not able to really handle her or understand her because they're low vibrational, and in turn they may view her as being crazy, she's really using wordplay. Because I have definitely called her out over here many times saying how very low vibrational she is, which is true. She is very much low vibrational. And I have said multiple times during my commentary that she is very much insane. So now she's trying to flip those words and give it a different meaning. So now she's wanting to flip it back on me, on us, who call her low vibrational. Now she's saying, well, actually, y'all are the ones that are low vibrational because you don't understand me. And because you don't understand me, that's why you think that what I say is insane and is crazy. You see what I'm saying? You see how she tries to flip it around? trying to use reverse psychology, but Olivia, it's not working. You look even more crazy over there, more insane, and it's still giving very much low vibrational. That reverse psychology does not work over here. And then she turns around and said people don't like her because her soul is clean and peaceful. Yeah. And this is why, again, she is saying this because I said her soul is evil and wicked, and it's dark. And I have very much said multiple times that Olivia is a very chaotic person. So now she wants to flip it and say, well, actually, my soul is actually clean and peaceful. Girl, again, we see you, girl. We see you. Nothing about your soul is depicting clean and peaceful. And then on top of all of that, she had the audacity to say that people who do not like her are demonic. Yeah. She said people don't like her because they're demonic and they can't handle her glow because she has a clean and peaceful soul. But this is the same woman who has a Medusa tattooed on her body, has a long snake tattooed on her arm. Like, this is insane. And has tatted a whole spider web on her leg. But she wants to talk about her soul is clean and peaceful. Okay, girl, save it for someone who don't got spiritual eyes. But y'all, with that being said, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.